I know a lot of you clicked on this video to find out what marathon I'm going to be running. The next marathon that I'm running is... Hello and welcome back to another video. My name is Emily. If you're new here, I make videos all about embracing your slower pace. Whatever your pace is, it has a place and you're welcome here, okay? So go ahead and subscribe. I've got a very exciting video today because it's official. I am signed up to my next marathon. This will actually be the second marathon that I have ever ran. So I ran my very first marathon back in April 2023. I ran the Brighton Marathon, and if you're interested in seeing how I prepared for that, from literally going from zero fitness, I wasn't sporty at all, then there will be a full playlist so you can go back and watch my weeks of training and then the final marathon video if that is of interest to you guys. I always knew that I would do another marathon. In the back of my mind, I was like, it's going to happen. I don't know when. And then as we kind of got more towards the end of this year, I was like, okay, I think spring next year, I think I could bash out a marathon with obviously a lot of training. So when this opportunity came up, I couldn't pass it up. It's been a race that I have entered even before I started running, before I started posting online. It's just one of those things that people seem to enter even if you have no prior running experience, because it probably is going to be one of the most incredible days. And so when this opportunity came up, I had to say yes, because it's like, I really, really want to do this race, and I really want to show up at this particular race, which will mean a lot to me, for all of my slower running people out there, essentially. So here are a few steps that I'm going to take to get from where I am now, which is kind of running casually, to running 42.2 kilometers. I'm going to set myself up a training plan. I'm obviously going to be using Runner throughout this whole training block. And I have actually set up my training plan, which I'll put here on the screen. It's going to look like about 3 runs a week. I'm starting super low volume. My first run is only 3.5k, and I'm going to build up really gradually every week. I'm going to have an easy run, a tempo run or interval run, and a long run every single week. The next thing that I'm going to do is go out on my run and try not to think too much about it. Try not to think about my long run for that week. Try not to think about my speed runs, which are 2 of the runs that I struggle with the most mentally, and just go out and do it. I know now that I've done this training block before and also an ultra marathon block, so I know I've got it in me. I know I can do it. It's just a case of like retraining, because even though I've done some crazy distances before, because I haven't done it in so long, I feel almost like I've never done it, and I'm going to have to retrain the old brain again to get to a position where I feel more confident going out on runs that are really long. And one of the things about being a slower runner is that all the runs take longer, obviously, which mentally makes running harder, in my opinion, and for me personally. Step number 3, I'm going to be introducing strength training back into my training plan. I have already spoke about this before. I cancelled my gym membership back in like August, I think, just because I wasn't enjoying it. I was just wasting money spending at the gym that I didn't go to because I was so caught up in my Pilates classes and some yoga classes. But because I'm going into a training block, I always said I'd bring some strength training back in. I don't really know what that looks like for me yet or how many days a week. It will probably be 1 day a week, because I'm really keen on doing other things that I enjoy outside of running and things that are not necessarily directly related to the running journey, although Pilates is fantastic for helping you avoid injury and also great for like conditioning and things like that. But ultimately, I need to get some strength back in these old legs of mine, guys, because I mean, I dread to think what my first gym session back is going to be like. Number 4, now, this is one that I need your help on, because I might set a goal time to go for. You know me, guys. I rarely set times for races. I think I've maybe done it twice. The reason for that is I ran my first marathon in Brighton in about 5 hours and 23 minutes. And part of me wants to think, fuck it, I'm going to go for a sub 5 marathon, which I think is fast, okay? If I got a sub 5, I would be fucking chuffed. Like, I feel like I would really benefit from having a target and something to strive for. Now that I've done my first marathon, which was literally just to enjoy it and to cross the finish line, I'm like, maybe I could add an extra goal that might give me a little bit more of a push. And I think it depends on if you're motivated by a time goal. And when I did my sub 30-minute 5K journey, I was really motivated and driven to try and get that sub 30 minutes. I don't know now if I'm driven enough to make getting a sub 5 marathon a really big part of my training. I'm gonna just keep thinking about it, and when I get into the new year and I'm feeling a little bit fitter and I feel like I've eased back into it a little bit more, maybe then I'll reassess. But I don't know, what do you think? Should I go for a goal time? Is going for like a 23-minute PB too much? Should I maybe aim for something that's a little bit more easier to get? Let me know what you think. Do you go for times ever, and how do you decide what time to get? I really want to know. But yeah, I'm considering setting like a goal time, but my number one goal will always be to try and enjoy it, because what's the point? Step 5 is I'm going to be documenting, of course, the highs, the lows, everything that comes with marathon training, the bits that maybe people don't see, because a lot of marathon training stuff that I see is on Instagram and it's super short form. Like, you can't really tell much of a story within 60 seconds. So it's always going to be the highlights, or it's always going to be honestly just the surface of what someone is actually going through when they marathon train. So I want to share everything, which is why I love sharing that side of things on YouTube, because you guys love long form. So yeah, I'm going to set up a playlist and there will be training videos coming. There'll be a lot of marathon content coming your way, which I'm really excited for. If you are interested in more kind of week-to-week updates, you can always go and follow me on Instagram, because I'm going to do like a weekly recap on Instagram stories, and there'll be some other like short form bits if Instagram is something that you like to dip into, day to day. And then the final thing is I'm going to run my second marathon in 6 months' time, and I'm going to have a great time. 6 months, like, the race day feels so far away right now. It doesn't even feel like I'm running it. But that day will come, and it will come around really, really bloody quickly, as I found with when I was training for Brighton Marathon. So I'm really keen to give myself a head start, which is why I'm starting this training block so early. So what happens now? Well, my training is pretty much underway, very, very early days. So make sure you subscribe so you get those training vlog updates. I'm not sure how regular they will be, but they'll definitely be at least once a month, most likely twice a month. That is it. And I know I haven't said yet what race I'm actually going to be doing. So yeah, the next marathon that I'm running is